Hey, Gabe, is the Earth flat?
No.
Well, according to the internet, it is.
Welcome to ThorinMutt Podcast, the one-stop shop for
podcasts. I almost did. I got a little too ahead of myself on that one.
I jumped in before you could.
Yeah, I got a little ahead of myself there.
Yes.
Yes, conspiracy theories.
You may or may not know, but we are going obscure.
Yep, the boys are going obscure.
From what I've experienced in real life by elderly people, not elderly, like 40 or up, of people that like know of me in real life, like parents and like friends of parents.
Yep.
They think I'm a conspiracy theory channel.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, we do talk about
which we kind of
conspiracy
advertised ourselves at initially.
Originally, but we've kind of expanded our...
expanded the lore.
Our lore since then. But we wanted to talk about conspiracy theories that we would never talk about on Going Obscure.
Basically just ones that are really bad.
Yes.
And
Bad.
the battery's going to go.
Bad as in stupid, controversial, and not bad as in... There it goes. As I was saying,
before the battery cut out,
rudely interrupted by the bad man.
And it might happen again.
It could also be conspiracy theories that are just too well known for Going Obscure.
Mm-hmm.
So
Bad conspiracy theories.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, so first off, everybody knows that the Earth is round. But do they? That's right. There's a theory out there. In case you've living under a rock, some people think the Earth is flat.
Why?
I don't know.
I'm confident, though, that a lot of people that think that don't actually think that way.
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Like they're
it's
just saying
possible that it's just a disc.
They're just saying it for the vine.
Okay. Maybe. But the thing is, how would that even work? It's a sphere, and it has a atmosphere and everything. But only round things do that. And have gravity?
That's what they want you to think.
Ooh, okay. So one of those theories.
Yes.
I see.
Yes. Other theories that I wanted to mention was that very early on in Going Obscure, of course, I took a lot of conspiracy theories from conspiracy theory icebergs, as you'd imagine. And a lot of them, especially near the end, were just had nothing to them.
Right.
Such as, like, God's last wish. What am I supposed to do with that?
Right. This kind of is what it is.
Like, 9/11 happens every year. What does that even mean?
Yeah, what is that?
Yeah.
Kind of everything at the bottom of that iceberg is bad.
A lot of them. Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
Like, they either are just, like, jokes or, like, just so outlandish and stupid that, of course, it wouldn't actually exist. Like, it wouldn't actually happen.
Right. Right, just really stupid theories. Really stupid theories. I saw one, it was Tupac is still alive. That's a really common one.
Yeah, it is.
Which doesn't make sense because he was shot. And it's like, oh, his clone got killed. His clone. But then there was like this one thing in like 2012 where big old Snoop Dogg out there, he had a concert and there was a hologram of Tupac.
Okay.
And everyone was like, he's still alive.
Well, there's a theory. What? There's a theory too that Michael Jackson's still alive. You may know that.
That I don't know, but I doubt that because didn't he die of cancer?
He died of a drug overdose. Because his doctor overprescribed him on a sleeping medication or something.
That's right.
But people theorize that he actually faked his own death to get out of controversy. Because, you know.
Right. If we're staying on this topic, Elvis. Still alive? Some people think, like, did he really die? And there's a lot of evidence towards this, though.
Is there?
Yeah, because there's a picture of him in the coffin, or the casket at the funeral, and it doesn't look anything like him. Oh. But that's kind of how funerals work, because I was at one, like, 3 weeks ago, and I didn't want to see the dead body, but I did for a second, and it didn't look anything like the person who passed away.
Yeah.
So I think that, but then there's like theory that the groundskeeper at Neverland, that's Michael Jackson, but Graceland, the groundskeeper's him. Because there was a clip of him walking into the building, and he does this. As he's walking by the camera, and it's like, that was his...
Because anyone...
Yeah, because he was like scratched his head.
No one but Elvis could do that.
Right. They're like, that's Elvis's catchphrase, though, was that. Or something like that. But he was just, like, scratching his face or something.
Yeah.
Or something.
But yeah, people just think Michael Jackson's still alive. And, there's creepy videos about it where it's like, oh, look, someone's walking out of the hearse. Or, like there was like someone that was interviewed on TV about like talking about Michael Jackson, and his name was Dave, and he looked like Michael Jackson, but with like
I remember that. I remember seeing
like
that.
A burn victim.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
It's kind of creepy, but like can't make fun of burn victims.
Right.
But another conspiracy theory that everyone knows about is like 9/11 and stuff, and I just think that's way too controversial to like talk about and going obscure because like
too soon,
yeah. I try to mostly just avoid conspiracy theories that have to do with actual like death,
right?
Like major loss of life. Like
but see, celebrities dying and still being alive, that's interesting.
Yeah, like Paul.
In a way, like Paul being dead.
That's the reverse.
Literally the first one.
That's the reverse. It's Paul. Paul is dead. Speaking of,
and the people on that thing though, they are so dedicated.
Yeah, we get comments still trying to disprove our video.
Still, and they're always like, William is not this and that, and you guys are wrong because William is a horrible musician, and William could not match up to James Paul McCartney. They looked nothing alike, and William, like they always.
Yeah. I was going to mention, I didn't mention this on Going Obscure or anywhere, but I did put a comment. I was able to find the video, or the topic I mentioned during the Beatles and the Occult, where some LSD laced
that's right, yeah.
Stamps, and I was able to find that. I sent it to you months ago.
It was just like a little snippet. I'm just going to look at some comments here. Let's see. I'm looking for like one of the really... I'll just do newest first. Because they've been popping up recently. I'm looking. Oh, did you say that Klaatu released their album in 1975? That's incorrect. It was 1976.
Pretty sure you wrote that.
Yeah, I probably did. I probably just didn't know. Let's see. Hold on. I'm trying to find one.
But yeah, a lot of stuff on the conspiracy theory icebergs that I was interested in but couldn't really talk about for Going Obscure because there just wasn't much to it. Were like thought experiments too. Like, I don't know, just like I can't think of anything.
And William. That's what it's always.
Yeah. There's of course always conspiracy theories about soy. Soy products. Cameraman, what do you think about soy products?
They're... As somebody who's eaten quite a few of them, they're not terrible, but I still say they're not as good as the real deal.
The real deal, right out of the cow.
Like, I would eat it. They taste alright. They're healthier.
Get it straight from that cow, right?
Absolutely.
You know, want to know what isn't a conspiracy theory? Want to know what isn't a conspiracy theory? That my book, The Guiding Light, is a masterpiece that should be read by all. That's it.
Unbelievable. But speaking of that, people are saying read the memoirs of Billy Shears in the comments here. Do some research. Show some respect. Who is William Shepard and where is he? Did he disappear? Is he dead? This guy says the commentary and the subtitles is just because I made fun of you in the subtitles that I wrote for this one.
Come on now.
This guy's obviously a 12-year-old. This man is obviously a 12-year-old, just how he's writing here. Pretty mad. Pretty angry, edgy 12-year-old.
He's mad that...
in the comments here.
He's mad that we said Paul McCartney isn't dead.
Yeah. I kind of skimmed over it because he lost me right away.
He lost you. But
of
course,
I think it was on the second one, actually.
Yeah. Of course, there's always the theory of the moon landing not actually happening.
Yeah, which...
I mean, okay.
No!
I thought conspiracy theories were supposed to make the world more interesting.
Yeah?
Not strip it away from its true magic.
Mm-hmm.
The magic of space travel. The magic of...
Some of these people are obviously 12-year-olds, and they're very immature.
It's whatever.
I didn't find any comments on there. I think they were all in the Backrooms podcast.
Or it's just 80-year-old men that are so adamant that Paul McCartney is dead.
Well, no, I'm just saying the way they're writing. It's like...
No, it's 80-year-old men.
It's like Zoomer humor.
No.
Boomers. Is what a lot of these are.
Boomers, man.
This is Zoomer humor, though. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying.
Well, yeah.
Just saying. The comments were on this beautiful... Nope, they're not. They're gone. All right.
Aww.
I bet they deleted them because they were like, well, that doesn't make any sense. Now that I think about it, I'm actually an idiot for believing this. I shouldn't say that because now they're going to come at us and be like, well, for examples, William didn't die. Okay, here we go. Yeah, see, look, there's got a long thing. Okay, here we go. James Paul McCartney died in a car crash on September 11, 1966. Brian Epstein, with the consent of the authorities at the time and the three Beatles, he decides to replace Paul with a right-handed session musician named William Shepard. Everyone involved, including their families, vowed to keep everything secret. However, the Beatles produced over 100 clues about Paul's death in their albums and images. William underwent numerous cosmetic surgeries to resemble Paul. William is 2 inches taller than Paul. William has green eyes. William has a weaker and thinner voice than Paul. William has totally different manners. Musically, Paul was a genius. William is just a good musician. And then they all go at that, and they're like, "Well, William is bad. He's a bad musician. He doesn't know. He doesn't do anything." But
has he ever listened to Wonderful Christmas Time or Temporary Secretary?
Okay, yeah, I knew you were gonna say that one. But in all seriousness, no. Has he ever listened to Hey Jude, Long and Winding Road, Let It Be, the whole Ram album, the whole Flaming Pie album, Band on the Run album? He's like, well, the real Paul wrote Yesterday. That's it. According to the lore, that's it. Mm-hmm. That would be it. But now they're going to comment on this and be like, well, he actually wrote I Saw Her Standing There, and he also wrote She Loves You, yeah, and he also wrote And I Love Her, and he wrote Hard Day's Night, and he was so much better because he wrote those like 4 or 5 songs. Mm-hmm. You can come at us in the comments. Go ahead, do it. I don't care.
One final conspiracy theory before we wrap it up.
Mm-hmm.
It's my own theory.
Okay, go ahead.
That I would never talk about on Going Obscure.
Oh boy.
I call it the Rocky 4 and 5 comatose theory.
Oh no. Oh yeah, you've told me about this one.
So,
this is going to be one of the bad conspiracy theories, by the way.
Yes. So in Rocky 4, Rocky duels Ivan Drago in a boxing match in Russia.
Yep.
To avenge his bestest friend in the whole wide world, Apollo Creed.
Okay.
And the movie ends with him defeating Ivan Drago.
Okay.
And having the American flag wrapped around him. He's like, yeah! Yep. And that's how it ends. Freeze frame, credits.
Yep.
Next movie, Rocky 5. He's shaken in a cold room right after the fight.
Is that actually what happened?
Yes, actually, because he gets brain damage.
No, Adrian. He already has brain damage. No, you heard how he talks?
Aw, Adrian. That's not nice. That's not nice.
I know.
But
Sylvester Stallone's a good actor, though.
He flies from the USSR back to America within like a week span of Rocky 4 to 5.
Okay.
His son in Rocky 4 was maybe 6. His son now is like 12.
And is 5 happening right after 4?
Yes, it takes place like a week later. So my theory is that immediately after the freeze frame of him going, yeah, with the American flag, he collapsed of exhaustion. Comatose. because Ivan Drago beat him so hard in the fight. Because they went for like 8,000 rounds. They were fighting for 3 days straight.
Were they actually?
No.
I've never seen.
They were probably fighting for like 30 minutes.
Oh, okay.
But so my theory is that he fell into a coma right after the end of Rocky IV, and the USSR that was so mad that their prized boxer was defeated by Rocky Balboa.
Yep.
They kidnapped him basically and kept him as a political prisoner for 5 years. All right.
Okay.
Which there's a 5-year span in real life of Rocky 4 and 5, like in real life.
Okay.
Between movies. So
Right.
I believe he was kept prisoner for 5 years in a coma until the fall of the Berlin Wall, which caused the fall of the USSR.
Yes.
Where he was finally returned home. And he happened to wake up from his coma around the same time. So all he knows is that it's been like a minute since he, or like maybe 5 minutes since he went, yeah, and he's in the room shaking. And he's not aware at all that time has passed.
Okay.
He's not aware that it's 1990 now.
Okay.
So when they fly him home,
Yes.
the authorities, like the United States authorities, say to his family, just roll with it, all right? He's gonna his brain's gonna fall apart if he learns that he missed 5 years of his life.
Okay.
So,
But he's not like, yo, why is my son 12?
No,
And
no,
not
no,
6? What's going on?
no. He's not aware.
Okay.
He doesn't notice. So, everyone's playing along. All right. The United States is keeping it a secret because they didn't want political unrest to happen because their prized boxer Rocky Balboa was kidnapped. For all the general public knew, he was retired at home.
Okay.
So people don't know that he was comatose for 5 years.
But didn't he fight in the 5th one too?
Yes, he did.
So then
fight.
why would they think he's retired if he's still...
No, he fought in a street fight in the 5th one against Tommy Gunn. And guess what? Tommy Gunn is played by real-life boxer Tommy Gunn.
He's played by Muhammad Ali.
Want to know when Tommy Gunn joined professional boxing?
After Rocky IV.
After Rocky IV. 1988. 2 years after 3 years after Rocky IV. 2 years before Rocky V.
Okay.
That's it.
Wow.
Rocky was in a coma the whole time. He's just not aware of it because he's kind of stupid.
What a theory.
That's why he has brain damage.
Where did 5 years go?
Where did 5 years go? Says Rocky. The end. That's
He
my
was
theory.
filming Rambo, actually, at that time.
That was in his dream.
Yeah. That's what was going on.
He was
Rambo.
dreaming.
So Rambo intersects with
Yeah, he was dreaming.
Rocky. True.
So yeah,
There's
that's my
another theory.
Yes.
During that 5 year span. I don't even know if a Rambo movie came out in between those two. Probably.
No,
but
probably not.
Sylvester Stallone was in a lot of stuff back then. So. Yo, Adrian. This is Stampy Longlegs with the mic. Wait, are we done?
Yes.
Oh, great. Oh, great. Oh, great. This is Stampy Longlegs with the Minecraft Dirty Web outro with Adrian and brain damage. So, goodbye.
But the ball pit.
The paw bit?
Yep, the ball bit was taken out after the second day because someone urinated in it.